So here is a Yamaha 25 horsepower. This is a 2008 model. All of these 25s, they're basically the same thing. I'm going to show you how to disassemble the carburetors from the engine. And this particular model has dual carburetors. And I'm going to show you the steps to remove them and to clean them. Locate the air box, just located right here. And we are going to need a Phillips screwdriver. Take the pull starter off. It's really easy. There's 1, 2, and 3 10mm bolts. Pull the starter up, just like that. Just let it hang on the side. Right here is the fuel pump, and right here is the inlet for the fuel, which we have to take the small clamp off first. Wiggle it back and forth. Then once we do that, use our pliers to pull it back. So it's a linkage on this side. As you can see, it's this one. And to do it, it's very easy. You just want to get get your finger, it's really easy. And as you can see, where it's positioned, we're gonna push it out. So I'm gonna put my finger behind here, and you can just push out on it. But you got to hold like your thumb on the plastic and your finger, you want to push out on the middle piece. And will come out just like that, as you could see it. We're gonna unscrew the 10mm, because there's 4 10mm bolt screws in here and 4 8mm bolts. And what the 8mm bolts do, it holds this plate, and you don't have to take that off. So what we're gonna do is just take off I took the top ones off right here, and on the bottom ones you're gonna need a 10mm wrench to get to them. Just be gentle and it'll come right out just like that. And now I'm gonna show you. You might have some fuel leaking, as you can see. There's some fuel coming out. So just be careful so you don't spill any fuel on you. Okay, so here we are. I'm at my workstation. This is my bench that I am going to be disassembling the carburetor. And first thing is first, here is the carburetor with the plate still on it, the airbox plate. And I already removed 3 of the 8mm bolts, so we need to go ahead and remove the last one. You're gonna see it once you take it off. Oh, I have 2 more left, okay. So here I'm gonna stick these bolts back in. This is where they came from. Okay, that is set. Here's a cover for the airbox. Okay, so here is our carburetors. And first, we're going to disassemble the linkage on this side. What you want to do is we're going to disassemble this one. So you want to just watch my fingers. You want to get a grip of right here, and you want to pry this up. It'll make a popping sound. Same thing with this one, just like that. Okay, so now we're going to remove the hose that supplies the fuel to the top carburetor. So you want to get this clamp off. And then you want to do a wiggle motion, back and right, back and left, back and forth to break that seal. And then you should be able to pull it right off. But this is the adjustment. And when you lay it flat, as you can see in my hand, that's how someone broke it up, because they laid it like this. They put pressure on it and they use a Phillips screwdriver just like this. And like, oh crap, I just broke the adjustment screw. There's a spring in there that makes it stay in one position. And this, if you break it off, as you can see on this one, it's not gonna run correctly because it's gonna move back and forth from the vibration from the outboard motor. So anyway, the way I would do it is get it on the edge of a table, get the carburetor on the edge of the table, and let this part stick out from the edge of the table, just like this, just like that. make sure the adjustment is laying on the opening and unscrew it just like this. But this one's already broken, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna go right into the carburetor. Make sure you put firm pressure on it. Okay, so after you remove those screws, you might have some gas left over in the bowl, which you should. And as you can see from sitting, look what comes up in the carburetor. Okay, so what we want is, as you can see in the middle here, we're gonna want a proper flathead. This is made out of brass, and you want to get a proper flathead that fits right onto that really firmly. If you had a motor, if it's a little bit older one, spray WD-40 in it and let it sit for 2 minutes. It won't hurt it. I'm gonna do the same thing. Just like that. Put some pressure down and twist. And this will come right out. As you can see a little opening? This is what mainly gets clogged up. Well, anyway, as you can see, you can barely see it, but right here, this brass piece, it's a part of the carburetor I'm trying to get out. And usually if you just give it small taps just like that, it'll fall right out. And also you want to clean this because this one doesn't get clogged up. It's this one that gets clogged up always. It'll get gummed up. But you wanna take that piece off and make sure it's all cleaned. A lot of people think, oh yeah, I'm already done. You're not done, because under this rubber piece right here, there's a little small jet we have to remove. Use your fingernail or something to remove this plastic piece. Well, it's not plastic, it's rubber. Just like that. As you can see, make sure you remove that because you're not done yet. There's another one in there. You also use WD-40, but I know I don't have to use WD-40 because this is a newer motor and wasn't used that much. It's just small things like this will make your, see, you can't see it. I'm gonna try to blow through it. Okay, now you're gonna see it, that I blew all the debris that was in there. You see that? Now it's clean. The needle that allows how much, that lets how much gas goes in and out of the motor, it's in there. It's a good idea to spray some WD-40 in there before you assemble everything, because like I said, if your carburetor is really gummed up, the float will stick. The float will stick. As you can see, this one it's not sticking and it's working properly. But a lot of times, if you let your motor sit, you want to take the float off. You just unscrew this flip screw and everything will come right out, and you'll be exposed to your needle. Okay, so you want to get some carburetor cleaner and spray it in the bowl. As you can see, let it sit, and you can see all the stuff that is already coming off. Pretty nasty stuff. Okay, so anyway, after we let that sit, we're gonna come here, angle your carburetor, and we're gonna unscrew. There's 2 phillip screws right here. And just peel back this plate. And now, it's a good idea if you have a compressor or something, it's better to blow every single hole in here to make sure there's nothing clogging in those holes. And also rinse it out with carburetor cleaner. You know, just put it inside the hole, all these, and just go spray it. Okay, so here we are. I'm back. I blow dried everything. I cleaned the bowl of the carburetor. As you can see, what a difference. Okay, so first I'm gonna put the bowl on, and you have to make sure everything goes in order just like it came out. You want to put it tight, but not too tight because you don't want to strip it. And also, don't forget the small one. Don't forget the rubber piece. Press it in there with your thumb. Assemble the 4 screws. Okay, so quick way to see if your float is working is this is where the gas enters. You want to put your mouth on it. If you could blow through it in this position, your float is working accurately. This means that it's allowing gas in. And when you flip it upside down, and it should not allow you to blow through it. Just like that, it's not allowing me to blow through it. That means the float is working just like it should be, and you don't have to worry about the float sticking on you. Yeah, make sure you clean everything out. I have a compressor. I blew odd little crevices out just in case if there was dirt or debris in there. If it was gummed up, got my carb cleaner and cleaned it all out pretty good. Okay, one carburetor down, and we have one more. This is the exact same concept on this one. The only difference is that this one has the built-in fuel pump. You have nothing to worry about because we're not taking the fuel pump apart. We're just taking the carburetor components apart. And make sure, like I said, the adjustment, do not snap this off because it's very fragile, because it's made out of brass. You don't want to break that now. And if you do break it, like I said, you can order online, and it depends where you break it. Like this one, thankfully the person who worked on it broke in the right position because I could unscrew it with my fingers. And I'm going to pull it right out. As you can see, this is the broken one. When you disassemble these carburetors, check out your gaskets. And I could see on this one, it's cracked right here. You see that the slot right here? It's split. You want to get this replaced because if you don't, air is going to come right into here, into the carburetor, and it's going to mess up the air-fuel ratio. Removing the 4 Phillip screws on the bowl. Just remove those. This carburetor is in really good shape. No dirt, no nothing. But I'm still going to clean it. You just make sure, because I already have it apart. So you want to do the same procedure as the last one. And screw it counterclockwise. I'm just going to make sure that they're not clogged up. There we go. And they all look clean. There we go, came right out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean everything out with my carb cleaner, and I'm going to assemble it back together. Okay, so I got everything clean. I'm just assembling back everything where it should go. Put it in just like it came out. Don't tie it too tight. Put the rubber plug in. Just like that, and screw in the 4 screws. Get some pliers, get the hose on there, just like that. Now we're gonna hook up these arms right here. They just snap right in, just like that. And here's this one. You hear a click. Just like that. And I'm just gonna screw in all the screws in. Okay, so if you grab your hood, under here it tells you the adjustments on your pilot screw. So here we have it. I am completely finished with cleaning the carburetors, and I'm gonna have to go to boats.net and order some parts. I'm gonna have to order the broken jet right here. I have to order one of these, and also I'm gonna have to order the gasket, because if I don't change this, I'm gonna be getting air into the motor, to the carburetors, and it's not gonna be running right. So when you do it, if you do it right the first time, your motor is gonna be running excellent.